Hey, what's up? Okay, what's up? Today we're gonna make a sandwich. If you've seen my tempura cauliflower video, I did like a tempura batter. I'm gonna use that same batter, so I'm not gonna show how to make that today, but if you wanna know how to make it, just go watch the tempura cauliflower video. I'm gonna use that batter and fry like some tempura yam chips, and we're gonna make like fried tempura sandwich on some brioche with like a little slaw with a ponzu mayo, whatever, you'll see everything it is. We're gonna make the mayo first, which I got 2 egg yolks. I pre-did it because I was scared of breaking, scared of fucking it up on camera because I do that a lot. And I'm gonna add some citrus, lemon and lime. So ponzu is like a Japanese dipping sauce that is just citrus and soy usually. Sometimes there's some sugar or some extra vinegar and stuff, but we're gonna use the same principle and make it into a mayo, which we'll dress some cabbage with. So we'll start with 1 lime and 1 lemon. It's supposed to be quite citrusy, so don't be scared of using the whole thing. And then if we need more, I got an extra lime just in case. And then so we're just gonna make this mayo like we've done in a few other videos as well. You start with the egg yolks, the acid, and all the liquid. Slowly add in the oil in the blender to emulsify. Some soy. I'm gonna do 1/8 of a cup. And then I got like, I don't know, maybe, hopefully I don't need more oil than this because I got no more. But about 1/2 a cup. Or a cup, maybe that's a cup. So yeah, slowly drizzle in your oil. Start really, really slowly so it doesn't break. A couple drops at a time. And then you can start to go faster and faster, like as it emulsifies. Okay, so it should be a little bit thicker than that. If it's not thick, like the way to make mayo more thick is just add more oil. The more oil you add, the thicker it gets. I'm gonna add a little bit of sesame oil at the end now. Like sesame oil is pretty strong, so do like almost all canola oil and just add like a tablespoon or 2 of this just for flavor. All right, so that's perfect. We've got like a nice spreadable consistency. And it's also like, it always warms up in the blender because the blades are spinning really fast, but if you do this ahead of time, it'll get thicker in the fridge as well. So just taste it, check your seasonings. I'm gonna maybe do just a tiny bit more soy. And so liquid you can add right to the mayo, and you can whisk liquid into mayo and it won't break. But I'm gonna add a little bit more sesame oil as well. If you're adding more oil, I just want a little more sesame flavor. If you're adding more oil, you do have to spin it again, or it will break. And what I mean by break, like if you don't know what a broken sauce or broken mayo, you can break a hollandaise. You're emulsifying fat and liquid together and combining them to be one. So when it breaks, all your fat will be at the top and whatever's left, usually liquid, will be at the bottom. And then once that happens, there's kind of no saving it. There's a few tricks here and there you can do, but for the most part, yeah, just don't break your sauce and you won't have to deal with it. So I'm just gonna put this in the fridge to thicken up while we do our other components. But yeah, it should be, if you like it a thicker mayo, just, yeah, again, keep adding oil. I just don't like it that thick. Especially because we're gonna dress a little slaw. So this is gonna be our slaw. We're gonna dress this with our mayo. I just used some sooo choy or napa cabbage. A couple people call it different things, but it should be under one of those names. It's got a little bit more water than your standard, like green cabbage or red cabbage is very fibrous. And I find with slaw especially, if you're using one of those cabbages, you need to do it like paper thin, even over a mandolin, I'd say. And you really have to marinate it in that dressing because there's so much fiber in that. You need the vinegar and the salt to kind of start to break that down, or it's like really tough. If you ever like dressed a slaw with green cabbage and tried to eat it right away, you're like, it tastes like you're eating string. So this stuff I like because it's almost like celery. There's like lots of water. And we can dress this and eat it right away and it's really soft and really good. So I just also thinly sliced, kind of on a bias, 2 scallions in there as well. So we're gonna reserve that. We'll have a brioche bun, brioche sesame bun, just half this. We'll get this butter heating up and we'll toast it as I always do. And then this is oil that's heating up for frying. This is again the tempura batter that I already showed how to do in the other video. And then I'm gonna do 2 per sandwich just because the sandwich bun is this big. So I'll just kind of lay them like that. With frying, I think in the tempura video I kind of already talked about it, but I'll talk about it again. You just want your oil hot enough and you want your tempura batter cold enough so that that oil pushes away from it and it doesn't end up greasy. So I kind of took these out of the fridge early just because I didn't want them to be cold. When you put like 4 huge pieces of yam into oil, you drop that oil temperature and then the oil wants to cling onto that batter and then you end up with greasy product. So if you don't want grease but you want that like crispy bit, you keep these at room temp, but you want your batter ice cold. I would suggest if you don't fry on the regular to get a thermometer, and you want it 350, 375, somewhere around there. 365 even is kind of perfect. If you're pretty comfortable, you can always just take some of the batter and wave it around in here and see if it fries. And I kind of know, I mean, I've fried on here a few times, so I kind of know, but yeah, be careful with oil. Oil's the one thing that will like burst into flames. So if you crank this on high and walk away for 20 minutes and go take a shit or something, this thing is gonna literally blow up into flames. Your whole house is gonna go down. Okay, so we're just gonna dredge these in tempura. Give them a good toss. A little trick with frying too is to lay it. I mean, I'm not gonna do this, but if you're like really trying to be safe, you can lay it away from you. Okay, I did do it. But yeah, then it won't splat. Then it splashes away from you. It shouldn't really splash if you're like putting it in, but. And then with the sweet potato, like you want to cook it through. Sweet potatoes cook really quick in comparison to a regular potato, so I'd honestly say like 2 minutes. And I'm only gonna do 2 at a time. I'm gonna make 2 sandwiches, but I'm only gonna do 2 at a time because I have a small pot and I don't want to drop that oil temperature too much. So if you want to fry in bigger batches, I would just say use a bigger pot and more oil so that when you're putting cold stuff into there, it's not like messing with the oil temperature as much. A lot of times you'll see like a paper towel on a plate for frying, and then people will put it in there, all the grease falls out into the paper towel, but then the paper towel is directly against it, and then it ends up soggy and shitty. So I say the best thing for frying is you want something where air can get underneath. So if you have like a wire rack for baking that you cool cookies on, use that. I just have a mesh strainer that happens to lift off the ground. So I always just put my fried stuff in here. Air can get underneath. It doesn't end up soggy while you do everything else. Dress this slaw. With slaw, you're supposed to have a lot of dressing, so make sure you get a really nice coating on this. Pretty well dressed. And then adjust your seasoning too now because you've added a bunch of unseasoned product. So if you find you need more salt, or if you like it a little more aromatic, you can grate some fresh ginger in there. You can put some sesame seeds in there. What else could you do? You can put raw onion in here if you like it. Put like whatever slaw stuff you like in. You want to do some shredded carrot in here. Okay. So our tempura is done and crispy. I'm going to take this out of the fryer. And while it's still hot and got that oil on it, you just want to season it with salt. Season both sides. You want to see what it's like to work in a restaurant? Ordering one more tempura, and then you're like, oh, yeah, chef. Fuck, and then you're panicking. It's been 2 seconds, and he's like, where's my fucking tempura? Oh, shit. Jesus fucking Christ with the chopsticks, dude. we're just gonna call these done. I'm sick of waiting. We're filming 2 videos today, so you know what? That's toasted today.
I like a sandwich really saucy. So I'm gonna put some of our mayo down on each side of the bun. Just because I really like it to really permeate the sandwich. And the mayo's great.
We made it, so easy. And I'm gonna lay these down. And then a little bit of our slaw. I'm not into the like super piled high sandwiches. I think it's kind of pointless and it makes it hard to eat. So I try and lay everything out really evenly. To me, a perfect sandwich is less about like how show-stopping it is when it comes to the table, more so than if you can make every single bite the same, then that is a good sandwich. So whenever I'm laying out sandwich ingredients, I'm trying to make every bite is gonna be the same.
So that's it. We put the lid on it.
And there we go. Classic like fried sandwich. And so you can use that batter if you're like a meat eater and want to do it with meat. You could do, yeah, whatever you want. You could honestly just do like a little fried chicken sandwich with tempura batter and this slaw, and it would taste great. This is a very carb heavy sandwich to do the yam, but whatever. Yeah, so that's it. Let me know if you guys make it. It's a little bit less, hopefully it's less hot where you guys are. I don't know where everyone watches from, but it's been less hot here, so we can cook a little bit again. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. If you make this, please let me know. Like, just please hit me up on Instagram and like send me photos. Someone sent me a photo of a dish like yesterday, and that's like the reason we do this, is just like to get people in there cooking. So it means a lot when you just send a photo showing that you made even something similar. It doesn't have to be like the exact dish, just that you like used a component. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.